So this is politics as usual. Politics as usual, as people saying that working $6 an hour is like normal life. That's usual. So tell me about this crazy senator talking about back in my day. I used to walk down the street with no shoes on. Like, what is this old man thing that's going on right now with the minimum
Yeah,
wage?
so this guy is like saying that he earned $6 an hour as a cook as a kid,
Let me
right?
pull up for you so you got some content for the audience. Check it out.
Yes, please. And you know, he's an older guy. He's a guy that's intelligent enough to attain political power in this country. He's a senator, but he doesn't understand the market dynamics of inflation. Really? Well, I made $6 an hour as a cook in a restaurant way back when.
1978, I guess. That's what people are. I think I started working by bussing tables at the Star Family Restaurant for $1. You know what? We'll just have him say it. Let's just have him say his crazy old man spiel.
I heard us already talk about the bill and many of its provisions, which has been pointed out, I think, many times by many of my colleagues, would have a very, I think, detrimental and harmful impact at the time when we're trying to get people back to work and get our economy going again.
Yeah, we want to get people back to work for the least amount of pay possible.
Much of which, in certain areas, if you talk about the education funding, doesn't spend until after 2021. It's hard to characterize something as an emergency when the majority of the money is going to be spent in the out years between 2022 and 2028. Or if you look at some of the other provisions, the big state bailouts, $350 billion going to state and local governments. And if you look at 21 states across the country had year-over-year revenue increases this last year.
See, I like this because at least it gives
of the money
context of
that's already
what he
been put out
said.
there, hasn't
Not
even
just
been
showing one
spent
little
already. And so if you look at the
Can't accuse us of
amount
not
of
being
money
thorough.
that's being spent in the totality of this bill, $1.9 trillion,
Bullshit.
less than 10% of it actually goes toward public health spending. And in fact, really truly addressing the crisis, which is the virus. A lot of it's going into these other things. And as my colleagues have pointed out, I think the minimum wage is something that is particularly troubling and harmful at a time when you're trying to get people back to work and trying to create jobs again, because it drives up the cost of hiring people. And I can tell you, as somebody like Senator Scott, who was growing up in a small town, I worked for less than the minimum wage. I worked for the minimum wage. I started bussing tables at $1 an hour.
Wait, did you work for it or did you work underneath it? Which one is it, sir?
Place, and then I finally made it to cook, which was big time. That was $6 an hour. But everybody in my town, I grew up in a little town on Interstate 90, as people were heading west to Mount Rushmore and Yellowstone and points beyond, was in one way or another involved in the travel industry. So two of my brothers worked at filling stations. My sister waited tables. My other brother worked at our big local attraction, which was the Pioneer Auto Show. And as I said, I cooked at the Star Family Restaurant. All of those businesses work with very narrow margins. And if you take a $15 minimum wage, and I will tell you right now in South Dakota, the minimum wage, and our state sets it, which is frankly where I think it should be done.
This is the craziest
Our state has a $9.45
universe right
minimum
now.
wage.
What
what you're essentially telling
we're
those
not
businesses
worth
in South
paying
Dakota
Americans.
that I just mentioned,
You know,
that you're going to increase
the bare minimum.
the amount of money that they have to pay their workers by over 50%. 50% increase in the wages that they would pay. Well, what does that do? Obviously, it puts a lot of them out of business, but it also raises the cost of everything else. That's got to get passed on. So anybody who's buying a hamburger or filling up, or,
I hate this argument because it's been debunked
room,
several ways to
that
Thursday.
see, if you can't afford a Big Mac,
South
if
Dakota,
they
and
raise
across this
5
country,
cents on the Big Mac, they need
the
to
cost of doing
you need to
business
deal with
go
your
up.
job. You need to know how much you're
That's
being
gonna make it
paid.
that much
You
harder,
can't afford a Big Mac
for people
so
who
that's
are
your
trying
problem,
to get back
not the
to
Big Mac's
economy,
problem.
to get back in the economy. And as already
The
been
Big
pointed
Mac is
out,
trash anyway.
Don't believe us. The Congressional Budget Office, which is the scorekeeper, the referee, if you will, when it comes to these issues, has said that it would
So yeah,
cost the
that's
economy
crazy. You
Yeah,
finished
so
time. So yeah.
so let's break down his bullshit argument. Let's break this shit down. Can you pull up a Google search on what $6 in 1978 would be in 2021?
the Newsweek article says it would be like $24, but we can double. I want to actually double check that.
Yeah.
So right here it says adjusted for modern inflation, that would be $24 an hour. So the bullshit he's talking anyway.
He just proves his own fucking point.
But let's check it again. Let's check the minimum wage and like let's do it. Yeah, so go on. So
and remember, we're talking about $6. No, we're talking about $6 in $6 in 1978 equates to how much today?
So this calculator doesn't make any sense to me. But we're saying that the minimum wage was $2.64, which was 11. He got paid above the minimum
almost. Wage. He got paid more than twice the minimum wage at the time. By the way, right? Put $6 in that box. Put $6 in that box. 25.17. 25.17. 25. Do you guys want to know how much I get paid per hour to do this show? I get you know,
shout
like
act.tv trying to
shout out
the minimum wage.
Yeah, for real. And we're talking about not like bullshit minimum wage. We're talking about like active money. Because remember, $6 in 1978 had it had buying power.
Yeah.
So if you tried to give somebody $15 an hour in 78, right? Ooh. That would be like what? Like $4, $3.75.
This is how he confuses his old man argument. He's like, "Oh, if we pay people $15 a day, dollars an hour back in the day, all these restaurants would go into business." Like, what are you talking about? But
the $15 an hour they're asking for today is equivalent to $3 and change before.
Yes, exactly. $11.
Could you imagine being hot shit as a cook in this bullshit restaurant from 78? Yeah. If you were making $3 and change, would you have felt like you were hot shit? Fine, sir.
Yeah.
Would you have started working for 50 cents an hour? Would you have done that? I'm not so sure about that. You know, like you got paid $25 an hour in a household where you probably have both of your parents. Oh, and only one of your parents needed to work full time to be able to afford a living wage and to put clothes on your kids' back and food in their tummies and a roof over their head. But you were getting $6 an hour, right? So basically, you're trying to make this argument as if people that these entrepreneurs can't pay a living wage, but you're making the argument for raising the minimum wage to $25 an hour, not $15.
The Newsweek numbers are saying that, like we said, we put $25 an hour. Newsweek said $24 an hour. Working 40 hours a week, that would make you $50,000 a year. He's making around $50,000 a year before taxes. Before in
flipping burgers, fucking burgers.
Yeah,
the same. And please tell me, Mr. Senator guy, please tell me how much they charge for burgers. Did they charge $20 for burgers in 78?
And what we're asking for, and the crazy thing, what they're asking for is barely the minimum. It's barely $15 an hour, just $31,000.
And he's talking, and here's what fucks me up. He's talking about his wage as a child.
Yeah.
But we've got people as adults who are trying to stave off homelessness, and you're trying to tell them that all the hard work that these Americans do, they should get paid less than you did to flip burgers as a kid. Your argument your experience doesn't support your argument, no matter what your fucking argument is for holding wages down. And again, you want to keep talking about how hardworking the American people are and blah blah blah. Then you're gonna stand up there and you're trying to make the case to hold everybody's wages down. No, we want to tell you that America's a land of opportunity, and if you work hard, we can hold your wages down so that you can live in the lap of misery until you die.
And they're proposing, and they're proposing a $10.
Fuck you.
Which is even lower. It's even lower than like the 1978 minimum wage. That's like being paid $1.50 in 1978. Like $2. So this is what they're proposing. But I want to show you a positive side, which is a weird side, because Costco's always been kind of on the side. Costco had a high minimum wage for a long time.
Wait. Before we go in there,
Yeah.
because I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Okay, because I read the same article you did.
Yeah.
All right. What is the business model of Costco? Why is there a cost in their name? Because they are a discount chain. In fact, their whole deal, like Blowjob's Wholesale Club, all of these guys, they're like, listen, we're going to get the very best wholesale deals for you to keep the prices as low as we possibly can keep them. Can you please run the article? Please run the article of what they are paying their employees. Because we're talking about, oh my God, they're going to be $45 McDonald's hamburgers. Talk to us, Costco. Talk to us.
You can buy all the hamburgers you want.
Oh, look at the quote! I just got a tingle in my motherfucking spine. Read that partial quote. This isn't altruism. This isn't a fucking handout. These are hardworking Americans expecting to be compensated for the hard work that they've done.
Especially during the pandemic, there was lines. Both those lines around the block in Costco, so they were working, so this is like crazy at $16 an hour, like no question, so
look at how Wegmans treats their employees. Look at how Costco treats their employees. And you're going to make this fucking bullshit argument. Oh, we can't pay employees because, how are we supposed to get rich if we have to pay the people that make us rich? So how are we supposed to get rich?
Yeah, listen to this. Like Costco employs about like almost 200,000 workers in the United States. And
what is their business model? Please remind us one more time what Costco's business model is.
It's about discount. It's about getting the most out of like bulk. That's what Costco's about. They want to keep the prices down as much as possible. At the same time, the federal minimum wage has been stuck at $7.25 since 2009.
So so you're going to tell me that their bundles of asparagus is not going to go from $4 to $19?
This whole time, the past 12 years or so, you've been going to Costco. People have been paying $15 an hour. You haven't seen any changes in price.
And you know what these? I was about to say a word that was going to get me fucking canceled. Oh man, I'm hot under the collar.
But I got it. But you have to say about Amazon and Walmart, which are like, oh, we don't know if we can do that. That's too much.
But then Jeff Bezos will only have $170 billion. Man, listen. What I hear from people? Well, just go out and get a better job. What if everybody said, you know what? I'm not going to do these jobs. You know what? Let's all go into finance, right? Let's all be stockbrokers, right? Nobody tend to the roads. Nobody get rid of the garbage. Nobody flip any burgers, right? Because nobody, if you want to make a living wage, just get a better job. How about everybody just become day traders, right?
How beneficial that's going to be for society. Everyone.
Nobody grow any food. Nobody stock any shelves. Nobody pour your fucking coffee. Nothing. Let's all be stock traders, right? And then we have to go and grow and slaughter and cook our own food and make and wash and mend our own clothing and build our own houses while we're all stockbrokers so that, we can justify being paid enough to be able to live.
Yeah, and this is what this whole fight is happening right now. It's been like, no, you're going to raise the prices on things, walking in Costco, you're going to notice the prices on things. Things are pretty big. So it's like, wow, they raised the price on that. I'm not never buying that. And that shit sits on the shelf. That's bad for Costco. So, so it's really bad for stuff to sit in the shelves in Costco because they buy.
It's even worse for the stuff to never make it to the shelves.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Right.
So,
and again, they've proven this and this is one of the reasons why I will never ever, I wouldn't even buy a napkin if I had boogers running down my fucking face. I wouldn't even buy a napkin from McDonald's. You know why?
What happened?
Because their business model is built on taking advantage of people where they're allowed to take advantage of people. Because when you look at the McDonald's business model in other countries, they know how to give people real beef in the burgers. They know how to give them real bread. They know how to give them
for that.
They know how to give people quality food in other countries for an affordable price while paying a living wage to the actual motherfucking burger flippers.
I got it.
But they come to America and they say, you know what? Let's feed you trash and fancy packaging and not pay the people that serve you the shit.
Before we wrap this up, I gotta put another cherry on the top with McDonald's.
Hopefully the cherry didn't come from McDonald's, because I don't know if it's a fucking cherry.
No, it's a cherry byproduct. So this is crazy. This is a crazy story that people need to read on their own. I don't want to get into the details of it, but the headline pretty much says itself what's going on with what their interest was. So pretty much McDonald's was reported on collecting intelligence on workers who were organizing for a fight minimum wage.
They got their own version of COINTELPRO. What are you gonna do? You're gonna send the police? You're gonna send the police to go into the head fry cook's house and then kill him in the middle of the night? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you looking for the McDonald's version of Fred Hampton? Like, is that what we're doing here? Collecting intelligence.
Yeah, boxes of chicken nuggets underneath his bed. He had to go.
Oh my God. And you know, how much are they paying these people to gather intelligence? Pay your fucking employees and you won't need to gather intelligence. How about that?
So I just had to end with that. Like, this is outrageous. This is what they were doing for years. Instead of just giving people minimum wage, they were hiring.
Is this politics as usual, or is this dash and bash? Which one is it?
Oh, this is.
God damn it, man!
This is a dash and bash politics as usual crossover. I don't know what's going on with this.
It's fucking nasty. This is not a cameo appearance that I'm enjoying. Woo, boy! Whoa, this show is starting hot tonight. God damn! Like nothing gets nothing. And the thing is, again, I'm not one of these people that says, well, you know, I charge people X number of dollars an hour for my services. Fuck everybody else. No, I know that wrong is wrong. Wrong is always going to be wrong. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if I was making minimum wage or if, I made the money that I make as a personal trainer working in New York City. I can tell you it's well above minimum wage. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's still wrong. It's still wrong to try to pay people the least amount of possible while enjoying record profits. It's wrong. And you want to keep talking about how great the American people are and USA is number one, but you're trying to hold people's wages down and keep their style of living to be as least enjoyable as possible.
Yeah, and I have to realize, like, I just want to end it off, like, you raise all ships. So, like, if our wages are high,
Oh, don't get me started on that bullshit.
Oh,
what if they get paid $15 an hour? Then, what am I going to get paid? More, bitch! More! Exactly. Because the market's going to rise.
Exactly. The economy is going to get a little better because people are getting paid more.
Do you really think that if you're an IT professional starting out, and the burger flipper starts at 15 and you're making 17, that the value of your job is just going to stay down there? Technology is just, okay, now burger flippers and technology. No. And one more thing, because I know some bitch ass in the comments is going to try to pull some bullshit about how, if you, pay them more, then, No, we're not going there. We're not going there with the bullshit. I know you're gonna try it. I know you're gonna fucking try it with some bullshit lame argument why wages need to stay down. No, your wages need to go up. Oh, but the price of everything's gonna go up. Listen here, bitch.
The prices
are already going up.
They've been going up.
Your wages are not going up. That dude makes $6 an hour before. How much did college cost in 78? How much did your apartment cost to rent in 78?
You get a
How much was the value of your home and therefore your mortgage payment every month? What was that in 78? Real wages are stagnant since 78, but college is way up. Goods, way up. Services, way up. Housing, way up. And that's without the wages rising. Why do you think that we make the comparison of $78 to $2021? $6 back then, $25 today. College tuition, $2,000 a year back then.
It's
Do we really want to go there? Do we really want to go to how much college costs right now? Do you really want to go there today?
College is a mortgage for a house, pretty much at this point. So
No, but what was the mortgage for the house back then, and what is it today? Huh? What is it now?
Was buying a car now back in the day.
I'm looking at $2,000 apartments in New York like, oh, this is a bargain. And then I have to wait, what? Even like 3-4 bedroom apartments back in the day were what? $300
Yeah.
a month? And I'm looking at 2,000 like it's this, oh my God. They got $10,000 a month apartments here.
And the toilet is like in the bathroom pretty much. So that's politics as usual, dash and bash battle. So follow Black Power Magic Hour on Twitter, Facebook, and get in the comment sections right now. It's latest shit. And Dr. Regenius, he's live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So that's politics as usual, dash and bash.